Hey, everybody. Hi, Brigette.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, we are so excited to be here with you tonight on this toasty, toasty night. Oh my gosh, it's got to be chilly in Pennsylvania, huh, Brigette?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm just waiting for spring.
Yeah, I feel like we're like all on board with that at this point. I don't mind snow and cold like in December, but once Christmas is over, wrap it up.
Yep.
Well, hello, everybody. We are so glad to see you all jumping on here on our free Jules chat. This is what we do each Monday night in order to be able to share with you a little bit about what we love so much about our business and to see if we can answer your questions and determine if it might be something that you want to give a try. So I am before we start, as you're jumping on, if you were invited by someone on our stylist team to watch, go ahead and tag him or her so that they know that you're here and can also work on answering any questions you might be adding into the comments and so that we can find you. So definitely tag your stylist, say hello, and let us know where you are watching from. And if you're looking forward to spring also. So I'm so excited to be here tonight with Brigette Shinton. She is a division leader here on Team Shine On here in our organization. And I'm so extra thrilled to be with her tonight because Brigette actually came to Park Lane just 3 months ago when the company that she was with and so successful with for 6 years abruptly closed. And of course, that's so upsetting. And let us know in the comments if you've been through this, where you were with a direct sales company or any company really that just abruptly closed and you found yourself in a spot not really knowing what you were going to do next. And in fact, rather than me tell that story, let me turn it over to Brigette because I was so fortunate to meet Brigette through a networking event. And her company had closed and she was kind of in a spot of what do I do now? So actually, let me have you tell that story.
Okay. Yeah, like Michelle was saying, like it was just like it was abrupt. It was something that we didn't know was coming. Of course, there were signs. Like I guess everybody knows that there's signs when things like that are coming. But it was an announcement out of the blue. I went to a networking event, met Michelle, listened to the company opportunity event, kind of like you guys are going to hear tonight. And I was truly blown away. I think you guys are going to be tonight too when you hear some of the perks that we're going to go over tonight. And I kind of didn't believe everything I heard at first, to be honest with you. I had a lot of questions. Yeah, I had a lot of questions for Michelle. I probably asked a ton of things over the next week or so. Got on a bunch of Zooms and different chats with her. And then finally I decided on Park Lane. And it's been 3 months and it's been awesome. It really has. It's a great team. It's a great experience. And I'm happy that I get to sit here with her tonight and go over some of these things with you guys so you can hear about all the different benefits and opportunities here at Park Lane.
That's so amazing. I'm always, it's a tough thing to make a decision, not just on behalf of yourself, but on behalf of your team. Brigette was a leader in her former company. And in making the decision of what she wanted to do next, she was considering for herself, but also like what would be a good opportunity for her team moving forward? Where could she experience success, but also they could as well? And then on top of that, because we do have that direct to point program, a great perk when you're coming here with direct sales experience is that you can be appointed to a leadership position that's similar or equivalent to what you had at your prior company. And we were able to do that with Brigette as well, so that she could restructure her team that wanted to join her here very similarly to where she was, and then continue to build a team of new people starting from scratch, as well as other leaders coming in on her team as well. And she's done exactly that. Some of her team came. She's brought some people in through the direct appoint program, same as herself. And off we go. And she's earned so many perks and just been a really wonderful member of the team. One of the things I love about Direct Appoint is that it kind of allows us to bring in the best of the best. And Brigette has brought new and fresh ideas to us as a team and contributed to our leader discussions. And it's just so wonderful to have her here along with her new team members. So I'm just so glad that you are here to do this tonight.
Thank you. Thanks, Michelle. So, I guess I should tell a little bit about you too before we get started. For those that are new and just tuning in tonight and haven't gotten a chance to meet you yet, Michelle. So you guys are going to get to hear directly from Michelle tonight. She's been with Park Lane for 11 years, which is pretty fantastic. Right. And she's been in the direct sales industry for 26 years. So you're going to get a lot of expertise tonight. And we can jump right in. I got 4 great questions here for you tonight. Okay. Lots of them that come up when people are considering direct sales. So the first one is, why direct sales?
Yeah, I feel like, there's so many times where people are wanting to supplement their income, wanting to replace their income, and they're looking in a lot of different places, right? There's the option of, should I just go get like a regular job where you're going to clock in, clock out type of thing, or be on some sort of flat salary, right? And that's always, that can be certainly easier said than done. You think that you just go out and find something, and before you know it, you're like looking at retail and just like hourly types of jobs that may not be worth the time to pay ratio that you're going to spend doing that. It may also put you into hours that you didn't want to work. Suddenly you're working both days on a weekend, you're working holidays, you're working late nights, and none of that was really quite what you were looking for. Then maybe you looked at taking classes, starting a business, any of those things. And then you're finding maybe that there's like tons of education or tons of fees or tuition that has to be paid. And that can then be that you're putting out so much money before you see any come in. And what direct sales does for you is allows you to represent a company that is doing all of the legwork of the business. In this case, we sell jewelry, right? So they are sourcing the jewelry, choosing the jewelry, shipping the jewelry, providing all of the programs, doing all of the payroll, all of the things that are the back end of running a business. And we get to really be the front end on our own schedule, right? So we get to represent the jewelry company, sell the jewelry any way we like, whether it's through in-person parties, online, through our website, through Instagram, TikTok, through doing reels, posting our website, sharing our website, all the different ways that we are able to market the jewelry and have fun with women and men that want to shop for it along the way. All while Park Lane does all of those other jobs. Right. So direct sales is giving you the freedom to run a business around the life you already live. So when I think about all of the different people on our team, which are coast to coast, how many are either working full-time using this to supplement, or using this to bring about an early retirement, which we've seen successfully do, or to go from full-time to part-time, or maybe phase out the full-time and switch to this as they build that up. All of that is possible. Then we have those that are, let's say we have the stay-at-home moms that now the kids are starting school. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have the freedom to go get a job just like that, or you still have other smaller ones at home. How do we bring in an income without, while still maintaining that family structure at home that perhaps you want of continuing to stay home? What about students or retirees that need that students that need that flexibility of schedule to work around classes, exams, the fact that maybe they're not in the same place, right? They're across the country for school, they're home for this. This allows you to have an online business, and it doesn't matter which state that you're currently in. Retirees that lived a full, beautiful life of friends and family and social functions, and then all of a sudden, maybe that retirement income isn't quite allowing you the freedom that you had. Certainly income-wise, this is a great way to bring in that additional income. So we have every single one of those types of people on our team and here at Park Lane. So if you're looking to run a business around the life you already live and all of the obligations and fun things that come with it, then direct sales may absolutely be right for you.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like there's something for everyone.
Yeah, I think so. We just see so many different walks of life and, both men and women, every age and stage.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful to see.
Yeah. Okay, so why jewelry though?
Yeah. Now, I almost feel like I want to have you help me with this question because why jewelry? Now, there are some of you watching that are jewelry groupies, and you're like, oh my gosh, why not jewelry? I love jewelry. I love buying it. And if you're going to represent a company and sell it, I'm pretty sure that when you represent a company, you get free stuff. So if I'm going to get free jewelry and I'm going to make money, I mean, that sounds perfect. So some of you already went through that whole thing in your mind, and this question is irrelevant for you, right? But others might be feeling like, well, I've sold other things. Why would jewelry be different? Or does everyone really love jewelry? Is everyone truly a customer? Now, for that question, I can tell you the answer is yes, because of there's jewelry groupies. Then there's, normal jewelry wearers, which is, women that maybe they go to work and they wear a jewelry that matches their work outfit and they go home. And then they take it off. There are people that buy jewelry for special occasions. Everyone fits into one of these categories.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you came from a company, again, if you're just joining on now, Brigette joined us 3 months ago when her company abruptly closed, and she did not sell jewelry. And actually, my former company was not jewelry either. So we both came from totally different companies' product that we were representing. So why jewelry? Why did you move forward with why jewelry, even though your previous company was not jewelry?
Interesting question. Well, there was a lot of factors in my decision, but jewelry was kind of a logical move for me because the company I came from was also accessories.
Okay.
So it was easier for me to go from something that was accessories to accessories.
Okay, great.
So that was one of the reasons.
Yep. Yeah,
So
that's certainly a logical one. I didn't even have that. Because I came
no.
from a completely different one. I remember you telling me too in our chats that you were like, I really want to have a tangible product that I can show.
Yes.
So what did you mean by that?
You want me to say exactly what I said to you?
Sure. We did not rehearse, we don't rehearse these, everybody. So
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings out there. There were some other companies that I had looked at and that I had, because I went from a company where I was making obviously a good amount of income. I was doing that full time. I left my full-time job to do, the company I was with was 31. I left my full-time job to do 31 full time, and I was making a living income. That's what I was doing full time. And when they decided to close, I decided I did not want to go back to a corporate world like Michele just explained. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to work for anybody else. I wanted to make my own hours. I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to do that. So I knew direct sales was for me.
It's hard to go back.
I knew direct sales was for me just for the reasons she just explained. Right. So I looked at a multitude of companies, and I had it narrowed down to a couple, about 3. And one of those was like a wellness and nutritional company. And I directly said to Michele, I don't know how to show that product. I just don't know what to do with it. But with jewelry, I can wear it. I can show it. I can explain how beautiful it is and how it makes me feel inside, because I can show it to people and show that it sparkles and it's pretty and it's lovely and all those things. But if I can take a wellness product and I can feel better, but I can't show it. I can't show me taking a pill every day. I didn't understand how to sell it.
Right.
So that was my issue.
Yeah. And that's a really, that's a really good thought process when you're thinking through, like, what am I going to be comfortable sharing and showing, and what does my skill set match up with? And you're right. It is and it's easy, and it's certainly an easier customer base to show a necklace, and the person decides if they like the necklace or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much for sharing that, because I think that that's a struggle that a lot of people have, like deciding what, if I'm going to represent something, why would jewelry be easier potentially than maybe some other types of products that are out there? And there are many. There's many besides just those two categories. There's tons of others, but we find jewelry super successful.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we know why jewelry, but why Park Lane?
Yeah, and that's really probably the crux of today's conversation. So let's get into the nitty gritty here of the programs that we have here, as well as the perks, because the programs of a company are the most important thing that are going to carry you to making that money, to growing a business, and to the longevity of being here. And once again, something that was, when you work for a company that abruptly closes, which is many of you out there, you want to also know that there's going to be stability in that company. And one of the first things that I find fantastic is that Park Lane has been around since 1955. It's a 69-year-old family-owned and operated company. And even that family-owned and operated is different than family-owned. They have not farmed out these jobs to others. The family that owns this company, the Levine family, they are there working at that office. They're a very big family. When Arthur and Shirley started the business, they were actually teenage newlyweds, and they wanted to have their own business. They decided on jewelry based on advice of some advisors that they had hired to decide what to sell with their business. And as they were building their business, they were also building their family. And of the 8 children that they had, 3 of the sons are the co-owners today. Other siblings have other jobs within the company, and their children have jobs within the company. And even the grandchildren we see now have, like, those are actual children, and they have like fun little jobs at the conventions and stuff. And it's just so wonderful to see that this business to them is a family legacy, and it is never for sale. It's never been for sale. It's not going to be for sale. And they have assured us so many times, like, they're never changing. They're not changing the programs to our detriment. They are not changing to an affiliate style program. They've assured us of this as recently as our very last convention. And we just love to see their true love for the business that then we can carry to make our family legacies, right? So with that, let's talk about some of the programs, because if you're going to work in sales, there's a couple of things you have to have. Number one, you have to have a product that people actually like and want to purchase. And not only is our jewelry gorgeous and well made and fully guaranteed, but we have an unbelievable sale that our customers are always able to shop. And again, I always love when I have somebody who has experience but is new to us to chat with, because here, this is Brigette's first 3 months sharing this sale, the buy 2 pieces at regular price. Those are your lowest 2 pieces. So pieces in your 20s and 30s then allow you to get 4 more pieces of your choice at half price. We have bonus items. We have style drops. We have all these extra bonuses on top of all of that, so that the savings on orders are absolutely fantastic. So you've seen your customers like move from purchasing the bags to purchasing the jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
What's the feedback that you get about the sale?
Oh, they love the sale. They can't believe it at first, just like I couldn't. And then I still get questions from my regular customers. When's the sale end? Is this sale still good? Yes, right. This is always the sale.
Always the sale.
This is always the sale.
There might be extras on top of it, but what we just talked about is the base model of the sale. Mm-hmm. So I just love that. And again, we don't rehearse these, so I totally just rolled the dice on that question. But knowing that Brigette is having very success, I of course figured her customers love the sale. But that is just a that is how people respond to this sale. Because if there's two things that we know is that one, women love to shop, and two is that they love to tell their friends about it when they're getting a good deal on something that they love. And I say, I'm generalizing, of course, but women love to tell their friends about a great deal. I know that we all do it like all the time. You see a good deal at the grocery store. You see a good deal when you're out and about shopping at your favorite type, whatever stores you shop at. You're calling your sister, your mom. Oh my gosh, that thing I was looking at, I just grabbed it. When customers do that here, and then have the opportunity to get a few friends together to shop the sale with them, that's the beauty of what we would really call the host program. Because if any of our customers, our customer Maureen, she gets her friends together, whether it's in a messenger chat, whether it's in her home, whether it's at a restaurant, a bar, whether it's in a Facebook group, there's so many different options available for whatever works best for you. And then we're showing the jewelry. We are showing it live, showing photos, showing videos, whatever it is. People are placing orders. Now, all of those guests are taking advantage of the sale. We've met all of these fantastic new people. Typically, some of them want to do the exact same thing, host a group together to shop, because Park Lane then rewards the original, hostess, that first hostess, with hundreds of dollars worth of free and discounted jewelry. Then when Maureen tells all her friends about that, now they're the ones getting the free and discounted jewelry at the next show and the next show. And that's how you have years and years of a business. Because if anyone thinks, oh my gosh, aren't their friends and family tired of buying jewelry? It's not friends and family over and over again that Brigette is selling jewelry to, that I'm selling jewelry to, or anyone in Park Lane is selling jewelry to. It is the growth of meeting this group of friends, then this group of friends, then this group of friends. Because I am not selling products to people for 26 years that are my friends and family. People would be running away from me. You all know people that sell things. Imagine you had to buy something from them every time they saw you. That would be crazy. Every time you saw them, it would be crazy. We don't do that. We're meeting people through the generosity of Park Lane's host program. And then that's what leads us to such a successful compensation plan, because the compensation plan being so generous wouldn't mean anything if no one wanted to buy what we had and no one wanted to host the show with their friends. So that brings us now to that compensation plan, where even base levels, brand new starting stylists earning 30% of all of their net sales. And then as you build a team, you're getting paid on every member of your team all the time, every month, infinitely deep. Now, this is where, again, when you are talking with somebody coming from a previous company, and of course that includes myself, when I interviewed with Park Lane and they were showing me the compensation plan, immediately I knew this was different, because in my other compensation plan, I had to have people, as I was building up, like your people had to be in a certain pattern, and below this level, I wasn't getting paid on them, no matter what I did. Or if people were leaving the company and messing up the pattern, I would be demoting to another level and getting a loss on overrides, taking a demotion, all of these, or getting paid as, where I kept my title, but they actually paid me as a different title, which is just fully insulting. But these are the types of things that we simply do not have here. When you earn a promotion here at Park Lane, you stay at that no matter what happens with your team. If your whole entire team was to move on to other things, you would not demote to any level. If you left and came back, you don't lose your level, and you can only continue to move on up. So that is a huge, huge thing. I think that you probably I know you noticed that as well.
Of course.
Plan.
Yeah.
Because it's just not a typical, it's not a typical thing. And part of what sometimes people don't like about direct sales companies is the first questions I get all the time: what are the quotas? We don't have quotas. What happens if your team leaves? What happens if? Because they're looking for punishments. Mm-hmm. And we just simply don't have those. We have tons of incentives, but we don't have any punishments. So That also applies to the direct appoint program. Brigette came here as a division leader, not contingent upon that her team came with her. Park Lane acknowledged that she had leadership experience that was equivalent to division leader here. So she started at a higher commission level. She started at a higher override level. And that doesn't go away just because her team, if 0 of her team members came here with her, she was still getting division leader. And if she continues, she has continued to build here, but even if she hadn't, she would still be a division leader because we're acknowledging and rewarding the skills that you have. And if you think it's weird, it's really not. When you think about if a bank was looking for a new president, they're not going to Chase getting their president, offering them a position and then saying, oh, by the way, you have to start at teller again. You're not doing that. Right. So why should direct sales companies do that? Park Lane believes we should not. So now with all of that as the programs, that's just the pay scale part where we're getting that weekly pay. But what about all the perks? How about the jewelry that we earn every single month? I mean, we're talking about earning packages from $250 to $1,100 worth of jewelry every single month through our Rich Rewards program. And that's how you don't have to be buying everything that you see around the both of us. Mm-hmm. If you have, won anything ever from your stylist, right? Or you participated in one of our team events and we gave away a bunch of jewelry. That's typically jewelry that we earn in these incentives that you can use to build your kit, to have new things to show. You grab a few things for giveaways. It's a super generous program because Park Lane knows we joined this business to earn money, not to spend it. You don't need to be your own best customer. When the sale is as good as it is, you don't have to join to be your own best customer. You can just enjoy the sales. But to make the money, you're not expected to buy all of this jewelry on your own. We have our Mercedes car program, which you get to earn at base level leadership all the way up. And Brigette is about this close to closing in on that soon. And she's been here only a couple of months because these are programs that are all achievable. I've been driving a paid for Park Lane Mercedes for many years now. Many members of our team drive it or take the cash out bonus. You're allowed to do either one. And that's a super fun program. We just launched our first trip incentive for 2025. The reason I say first is because we have 2 free vacations that we can earn every single year. So Brigette coming in on her first Park Lane trip. I know you're excited because she is a trip achiever in her previous company and is excited to earn one here. So if you would like to join us in Cancun, this is a fantastic time to consider joining up with us because we're all starting to earn that all-inclusive trip at an oceanfront resort right now.
Yep, let's do it because free vacation is the way to go. And like Michele said, it's all-inclusive, so let's go.
That's right. I'm so excited. Which really probably then, that's why we're going to wrap it up here, right? Because Brigette, let's share with them why the time to join is now. If you were answering the question, why now? Because you had to make a decision too, right? Like you could have said, well, because this all went down for her late November, late
October, they told us. And then I joined in November.
And there were plenty of people in her company that said, well, I guess I'll figure this out after the holidays. But you didn't do that. You said, no, I need a solution now. Mm-hmm. And so now we're a couple of months later, but sometimes the why now question is the answer to that is really the same all year round. But if you were answering that question, why now? Why would you say the time is now? Based on your even experience of why you said why now back in November.
There's no better time than now. There really isn't. Like the longer you wait, you're just prolonging it. You got to start now. We got a trip to earn. We got money to make. We got jewelry to sell, guys. We got fun to be had.
Yes.
The time is now.
Yeah. I mean, sitting on the fence is very uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
some of you know this because you've been doing it for a while. And if you said after the holidays, fun fact, that's now.
It is.
If you said later, that's also now. Anytime you're thinking about doing something, it never hurts to try now, because guess what? The kit is only $129. For that, you receive $500 worth of jewelry of your choice. And on top of that, we have a special bonus going on that when you complete your survey that to win the prize, your leader, the person who invited you here will give you the details on that. But there's no way to lose money trying this, because for $129, you're receiving the Park Lane professionally designed and maintained website, which is worth more than that. Never mind the $500+ worth of jewelry. And we do your launch party. So when you want to try out the business, I did this for Brigette. I've done it for every recruit I've ever launched. And we all do this. Brigette does this for her recruits. Everyone does this. Your stylist that invited you, or that person's leader, if they're new, will do that first party for you. We're going to wow your friends and family with the jewelry, with the programs, do the orders, do the posts, do the live, all the things. And then at the end of that party, not only do you get all that hostess special jewelry that we talked about earlier, but you also get to keep the paycheck on the party, which then reimburses you for the $129 for the kit, which is the additional $500 worth of jewelry. So you are coming out with money reimbursed towards or covering your kit. You come out with hundreds, if not $1,000 or more worth of jewelry. The shows that are booked, we help you continue on to continue to make money. And now you're giving it a shot. You do it for as long as you want. Some of you are going to try it and you're going to say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did this. And maybe months from now, you're going to be sitting here on the Free Jewels chat with me, helping other people join, right? You're going to love it. You're going to be with us for however long. And maybe you're a lifer. Maybe you'll do it for a season of your life, but that's what's going to happen. And then some of you may just do it for a short time and say, you know what, I'm glad I tried, but this isn't for me. I would feel more comfortable being a customer. And then that's fine too. You still made the money, earned all the jewelry, had your experience, and then that's it. So if that all sounds good, then I hope that when you complete the survey, we're about to put a survey for you into the comments. When you get to the part where you're going to say 1 is I'm not interested at all, 5 is sign me up now, click 5. We'll do the launch and we'll give it a try. If you feel like that sounds good, but you have a little hesitation, we'll call it a decider party, where we'll let you know at the end what the check is, and then you can make your final decision. But either way, you're getting free jewelry, you're having fun with your friends, and it's going to be a way for you to get off the uncomfortable fence that you may be sitting on. So here's the prize. We're putting for you into the comments in a second the link to the survey, where you're just going to let us know what you thought tonight. And everybody who enters the survey, yay, is going in to win from our brand new collection that just came out. This is our Frisia bracelet. This is a designer-inspired piece without the designer-inspired price tag. It opens and closes on a hinge and is just one example of the much, much gorgeous jewelry that we have here in our collection. So go ahead and complete your survey. We will get with you with whatever questions that you have on there. And we sure hope to see so many of you joining us in these upcoming days and weeks. So, Brigette, thank you so much. It was so great to chat with you tonight.
Thank you. You too.
We'll see everybody soon. Bye. Bye.